Hi and welcome back, it's Fia, and today I thought I would show you taking care of a problem that I have, or an issue. I have all these colored pencils. I love colored pencils and I have all kinds of colored pencils, so I have them mixed up and sorted by color. Like here's dark green, here's light green, here's red. But the problem is, these bunches are getting too big. It's hard sorting through them, it's hard, it's just not working for me. So I thought, and the container is getting bent out of shape from me pulling it out and lifting it out all the time. So today I thought I would make a holder organizer for all my pens. And to do that, I'm using cans. So these are my cans, and I've already prepped them. You can go back to my, I think it's called altered cans or something, because that's almost exactly how I did this. The only difference is, these I didn't gesso, I painted them black. And you can see here, it's showing through, so I painted them black about this far and this far. Just to make sure, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. And then I tore up, what you call it, tissue paper that I had stamped on. And I just tore pieces and glued it on, so it's red tissue paper and it's white tissue paper. I have some tissue paper stamped with brown, and as you can see, these are, let's see if I can show you, different heights. And my storage system, I'm thinking I want it slanted. So when it's done, it should be slanted like this. So when I'm using, I can easily take pencils instead of sticking my arm on top of the other pencils to get the ones in the back. So first of all, I'm gonna start gluing them together, and I'm gonna start gluing them together in rows. And for that, I've heated up my trusty glue gun. Oh, and maybe I should, the paint I've used, I painted the bottoms on them as well, is just black acrylic paint. And to glue the tissue paper down, I have this Studio Acrylic matte gel medium, and I don't like it very much. I think it doesn't work as a glue anyways very well, and that's the only way I've used it. And I have Mod Podge, so I mixed these two, about one part of the matte gel and one part of the Mod Podge, and it worked really well. Mod Podge can make things a little bit like sticky-ish afterwards. It seems like it never fully cures, but these feel really, really dry, which is nice. So that's what I used to get the tissue paper down, and I coated underneath and I coated on top. So I'm just gonna start, and I'm gonna put a pretty generous amount of hot glue. And I'm gonna make sure that my cans line up straight and flush. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna come back and show you my next step. Okay, see you in a little bit. Bye. Okay, I'm back. And I've glued my little cans together as good as I could. I have 13 cans. I don't know if I'm gonna use this one. It's a super different size. Maybe I'll save that for something else. No, sorry, I have 13 cans. And as you can see here, they are different heights. But my thought process was that I want them like this, so that I can easily see and reach. Maybe you can't see that. If I put it like this, I want them like this. You see? Tilted. Or maybe like this. So when I stand them up, they're gonna be tilted and make it easier for me to reach all the pencils. And to do that, I figured out, I was sitting here playing, going like, how am I gonna have to put feet on them? And then I figured, no, I just have to make sure to space them. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a pencil, if I can find one. Let's use this. And I want them on top, so they're kind of straight. So I'm just drawing a little line. This won't show very much. I doubt you will be able to see it, but I can see it, just so I know how far to space my glue. And by the way, this is a hot glue gun, a high temp hot glue gun with just small sticks. Let's see, did I lose my mark? Oh no. And as you can see, I hope, when I'm gluing, I'm going a bit back and forth. And to do this part, I need to be kind of fast. And this is where it's pretty good to have a high temp hot glue gun, since it gives you a little bit more time to be able to put the glue out before you have to put anything down. So I'm just gonna stick my cans in, push them down, and hold them for a little bit, just so that the glue has some time to cool down and adhere. And maybe I need to, oh, it's stuck. It's a little bit wobbly, but I can probably fix that one with the last of the batch. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and maybe I'll let you keep watching. Oh, yeah. I think I'm gonna do it like this, because this one needs to be, yeah. I'm just making the measurements again to make sure I don't put glue, excuse me, all the way up, or I'm trying to at least. Then I'm gonna try this again, and this time I'm gonna try to make sure that I get the cans so that the structure is not wobbly, and I think it won't be super hard. I just need to be pretty quick, so I'll be able to scooch them down a bit if I need to. So I think I'm gonna go like this. And make sure. See, I still have some maneuverability. And now this is a pretty stable structure. I am, though, gonna find something to put behind here so that I can be sure that, because it is a little bit like this, maybe I'll put something under here. I think I can find something, because the steps are a little bit off, I can see now. This step in between here, the length is farther than here, so the top cans are a little bit in the air. Here I have, if you can see it, a box of wood pieces I have bought at second-hand stores. And it's just game pieces, it's all kinds of stuff. And I'm gonna see if I can find something that is a great height, that doesn't look like shit. And that's nice. Just glue one of those, see if it needs it in the back as well. Yeah, I can glue one of those in on each. So, okay. I'm gonna use these pretty things, and I'm gonna need 8 of them. 4, 8. Smell nice too. And it's, as you can see, it's pretty easy to fix mistakes like this. I usually, also as you can see, don't measure. I don't I don't think too much about how I want to do something, or that's wrong. I think this I thought about how I wanted to do it. I just didn't think about the technicality of doing it, what I needed to think of. So it absolutely happens that I'm fixing stuff like this. And it's also super easy usually. There's always a way to fix things. So like now, I'm just taking my little glue gun. I'm going in and I'm trying to position the wooden piece so it gets contact, which it really doesn't seem to want to. I'm gonna go in on the other side. And I'm not skimping on the hot glue, because I want this to be able to stand properly. And I'm also filling in the back. I don't know, it's really hard to get it on camera. Since this is going to be a slanted edge and this will be a straight edge, I need to fill in the wedge gap that becomes like this, from the can to this piece of wood. So I just get it to stick down, and then I fill it up, I get it stick down at least in the front where it has contact, and then I just turn it over and fill this in with glue. Makes it harden or cool down, makes that take a lot longer, but it helps with the adhesion for this being moved around and stuff, which it will be, because I will be carrying this around with me, probably, or moving it at least, to where I am currently coloring stuff, and that's why the other drawer you saw was so, it started to get misshapen because I moved it around so much. So this I really want to be stable and sturdy in the long run. I'm thinking maybe I put some lace or something around this just to keep the cans together even better when I'm done. So okay, I'm gonna glue in all these wonderful wooden pieces to make this super stable, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got all my wooden pieces glued down, as you can see, and there's, see if I can get it to show. You see there's a lot of, if I get a little bit closer, turn on another light, there you can see I filled them up pretty well with glue, so they're sturdy and it makes it not wobbly whatsoever. And as you can see also, both top and bottom. And now I have these holes here, the ones in between. I figured it could be pretty good to be able to put stuff there. But they're a really weird shape. They're like rounded squares in a kind. So, excuse me. So I was rummaging around in my little box of wooden things, and I found these. And I think these will suit my needs perfectly. Because I'm thinking putting maybe stumps for like blending with gamsol and stuff in these. Maybe some water brushes or something not too bad, but still I want wood or something sturdy. So if I decide to put like awl or something pointed, like if I put like something like this in here, it's not gonna poke through and poke into my, wherever I put this. And I'm not bothered that much about the holes here. I think I can fill them in with hot glue. So I'm just gonna go on with my hot glue. Let's see. So I need some glue here. And now it's been on for a while, my little gun. So it's getting really hot. And I'm gonna stick this in. Then I'm gonna turn it over. And I'm gonna take one of my tweezers and see if I can't get the glue that has run by the sides down, so it won't interfere too much when I put stuff in it. It wasn't that bad, it's just one side. You see it's gumming up my tweezers, but it's pretty easy to get off. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go on and do this, and I think I'm gonna be smart and maybe put the glue on here instead of on the can for the next ones. So I'm gonna see how that works. So I'm gonna start with the glue here. And since the cans were different sizes and stuff, I decided to make sure the bottoms were even. A little bit thinking ahead that maybe I wanted to do something with the bottoms of them, but also to make sure that the depth of these, that like these that are shorter, these two cans like in the middle that are the shortest, doesn't become, the pencils and stuff can rest on the edge of these cans. For these are much deeper, so it wouldn't matter that these cans were so much shorter. Yeah, I think putting glue on the edge of the tile is much smarter than putting it on the can. You learn as you go. So I'm gonna go on and do the last 3 here, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I have all my pieces glued in, and as you can see, this is a hot mess. So first of all, I'm gonna go in with my hot glue gun, heat gun. As you can see, the heat gun is, you shouldn't use it too long in one place because it's gonna start melting the hot glue. But it helps getting rid of those small pesky little wisps that you get, and just cleans it up a bit. And on the bottom, as I said, I don't really care how it looks. This is purely functional for me, the bottom anyways. And this system, this pen holder is purely functional in a way, but I kind of like it to look pretty in the end. But as you can see here, I have gone in and just massively loaded up with glue to secure everything. So now this is a sturdy, I'm trying to pull it apart and stuff, it's a sturdy piece of thing. And this is the way it's gonna look, which is kind of nice. But since I've got these and they're at different depths into, I'm gonna hide them a bit actually. And for that, I've decided I'm gonna use this lace I have. It's an elastic lace, and it's nothing special, it's just a black lace. I bought a bunch of it because I was sewing it on the edges of my stool cushions in the kitchen, just to spruce them up a bit. So I'm gonna go around, and just on the edge here, I'm gonna follow this with the hot glue and just go like this all the way around. So I'm gonna start here, and I'm starting here just to make sure I get good adhesion. I think I need something to prop this up with. And to hide the seam here on the back. And I'm not super worried that it's like super nice, or it's just to take the eye away from looking at all this unevenness. I think I'm gonna need my tweezers. And since it's elastic, it has give to it, which is nice, makes it a little bit more easy. And as you see, it's pretty easy to just glue on. And I'm gonna do this the complete way around, all the way back to here. And then I'm gonna come back and show you the result. So see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so straight away when I turned the camera off, I came to the side and realized, well, this is not straight. I cannot just go like this. So I decided to just take the lace and go like this until I get to here again. And maybe later, for this part, I'll come back in and just put a little piece of extra lace right here. Since here the lace is covering, here it won't be. At least I don't think so. Maybe I can make it work. But we'll see, and I'll show you how I fixed that. But for now, I'm just going diagonally till I get here, and then I start going straight, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing on this side. So, see you in a bit. Okay, So I'm back. The lace is on. Didn't take that long. Really easy because it's, like I said, it's a stretch lace. And as you can see, here's where I started. You cannot see where I started, which is nice. And here I decided not to do anything because when it's sitting on the table, it will be looking like this, so you won't see it. Went a little bit better on the other side since I knew what was coming and I figured an easier way to do it. So that's it. I'm gonna fill this up with pencils and I'll come back and give you a quick look how it looks completely finished and filled with what it's supposed to hold. So see you in a little bit. Bye. Sorry, my camera just decided to cut off. As I was saying, this would be great for like markers, maybe for kid markers, you know, the water-based ones. Brushes would probably look really good in this. Easy to get to. And maybe not alcohol-based markers, as I was saying, since if you use both tips, if they're double tipped, you want to have them lying sideways, so you get your alcohol fluid equally in between the two nibs. But this is my little project. I'm really happy. It's easy, and just a side note, when you're gluing on your lace with your, if you're putting lace on, just remember it's really hot, and make sure to use some tool or something to push it down into the glue so you don't burn your fingers, especially if you're using a, like I am, high temp hot glue gun. But that was it. I'm thanking you so much for watching, and I hope you get inspired at least to do something. Upcycle, recycle, make something pretty for your own room or space, whatever you are lucky enough to have. And see you next time. Bye.